Recorded.
Hello, this is Tlanda with your local news, and I'm interviewing Corrections Officer Caleb Moyer. He works at the Franklin County Jail. Caleb, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, I'm a corrections officer at Franklin County Jail. Along with that, I'm also on the CERT team. I do a number of other different things too while I'm there, so there's a lot of different aspects that I cover.
Who is the warden that runs the jail?
Actually, we just went through a warden change. We did have Warden John Wetzel, but now he moved to a state correctional position that he was appointed to by the governor. And now we have a new one, his name is Daniel Keene. He was the chief state prison inspector, and before that he was warden at another jail, and then a lieutenant and a corporal at different jails as well.
So he has much experience?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which prison, in your opinion, feels more secure, this one or the previous one?
I would say the new one, simply because there's a lot more security features. It actually has locking doors. In the old jail, there's a whole unit of doors that you could not lock. You can see everybody pretty much at one time just by standing in the middle of our day space. Before, you would have to walk all the way down through the unit and then come back out before you could see everybody. The doors are now actually full steel doors with windows. The old jail was just barred doors, so they could stick their arms out, throw stuff out of the doors at you. And there's a lot less movement at this jail as well.
So overall, it's set up much better than the previous one was?
Yes.
Would you say that the movement to this jail has brought upon a positive or negative effect on the guards?
For the most part, the officers, I believe, like this jail a lot more than the old jail. It's cleaner. It's a lot easier to keep clean than the old jail was. There's central air and heating, which there were some parts of the old jail where they didn't have heat or central air. So it's nicer year-round. They try to keep a constant temperature. And there's a lot more stuff for the officers to actually do now, like different options that you can take as an officer.
How do you think the inmates feel about the new jail?
Well, like I said, it's a lot more clean, so it's nice for them to have a clean facility. But at the same time, there's also a lot more restrictions at this jail that they didn't have at the old jail, such as no yard out. They don't really go outside for the yard. They just go into like a little area that has walls but open windows near the top.
What kind of inmates are currently being held at the jail?
We house anything from DUI, which is a low-grade offense, all the way to murder. We also house federal inmates and state inmates.
So there's many types of, so to speak, criminals that are being held currently at the jail?
Yes, there's many different kinds.
Thank you for your time. That's all the time we have. This is Tlanda signing off with your local news.